Hi everyone, it's Gail, and we are going to work on The Wizard of Oz. This is part 437. It feels like it, but no, it's actually gone pretty fast, but I've just had other things to do in between. So anyway, we'll get started. Let's say hi and hugs to Kathy, Celeste, Susan, and Brenda. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your kind comments. Okay, last time we picked out the papers to go with the pages that we had coming up. So I think theoretically this should go fairly quickly. I am going to tear a new piece of coffee dye. Just trying to grab one that's not too, that's a good one. That's not too ripply. So what I think I'll do is just use this page as the marker, and we'll just give that a little tear there. And this one's, oh, look at what I did. That's okay. It's a little bit, what would you say? A little grungied it up a little bit. Okay, so these are scraps. Go over there. Okie dokie. Let's rock and roll, people. Get my glue pages that are so gluey. I'm going to get rid of that one. It's too gluey. Okay. Onward and upward we go. Gonna get this guy finished. I'm hoping that maybe we'll just have one more video after this one with this. I don't know. But we have decorating to do. So, and I think we'll get the pages done today, and we may get some stuff for the pockets ready too. Okay, so there she is, and that's just holding a pocket, so we can get rid of that. Ooh, look at how pretty. We'll put that side. Okay, that's the magic of Emily at Vintage Polka Dot Shop and her beautiful coffee dyeing. She does such a great job. She's my go-to gal. I think she knows that based on the number of orders that come her way. Oh. Okay. And then this one, we're just going to go right about there. Let's smooth that down. Bada bing, bada boom. There's those two pages. Okay, then this side, we have a plan. Our plan is, I think I'd rather have this on the pocket and that there. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to actually get my cutter out and cut this because I don't particularly want a jagged edge. So we'll just cut white off and then get them made into the size that we need for this little pocket. Yeah, I'm getting excited to start filling this bad boy. And I have an idea for all the full page pockets, so I think that's where we'll probably start when we start decorating. So hope you're all doing well. I'm just in make video mode. I think I told you yesterday, my daughter and granddaughter coming. My granddaughter's getting her senior pictures taken. Oh my gosh. We this year have 3 seniors. My granddaughter in Bozeman, my granddaughter in Missoula, and my granddaughter in Denver. All 3 of them. Okay, I'm going to need a pencil, aren't I, to figure out this configuration here. Okay, let's do this one first. So we are going to go about here and right about here. Okay, there and there. I just kind of move it around a little bit to get the, so that's going to go there. Okay. And then here, we will kind of match that up a little bit. And about right there. So we're going to go here. And we're going to go here. Where's my other one? There it is. It helps if you can see the marks that you made, huh? Okay. That one. And so we've got that. Awesome. A really weird scrap. Now here, I think I'm going to cut this in half so that I know what I'm working with, because I don't want to run out, you know. Okay. There we go there. And I think we can just cut this off about here and about here. Okay, there's that one. And just a little, that could be a pocket or something on a page. How about I just go like this? Well, that one's a little bit bigger, but not too bad. I didn't think of that. Here we thought of a new strategy. Just do one side and then cut the other, right? Okay. Like that. All right. So let's put that together. So we'll take you off of there. Get rid of the cutter. I've got my sewing machine pedal over here from last video. Tell you what, it's quite the situation in the craft room. I did get some lunch though, so that makes this girl a happier camper. Don't want me hangry. Would not be a fun video to watch. Okay. Oh, come over a little. There we go. Oh, a little bit on the gluey side. That's going to be a fun one to decorate, I think. Might have to grab out a new glue stick this session, I betcha. Oh, especially if I keep gouging it like that. Gosh, Gil. Got a little wet one from the last video, so I can be wiping up here as needed. Okay, so about there, I do believe. Okay, awesome. Okay, we better cut these. Just less bulk. Okay, now we will slide that under so we can, I need a full page, I guess I do. Just get this glued down. Okay, that one. Mike's at his exercise class, so it's very quiet. And Maddie's at work. So I'm just loving hanging out with you guys. I need a full page. Go. And I think we'll just go maybe down a little bit. Go. Okay. There's that one. Ah, that was not good. That was not good. Okay. Grab this. Okay, and then this one. Moving right along, aren't we? It's a little bit easier when you've already got your papers picked out and have a plan. Pages are done already. It's just a matter of covering them. Okay, and so we're going to match that up as much as we can. Oh, there's another glob. Okay, did that. Now I'm remembering that we did not distress the prior page. Okay, and then we gotta do these pages too. Oop. There's some more glue. Goodness, just glue central here. Okay, so then we're going to glue those down. I'm going to go this way for this side. Here and here. And close it, pull it, close it, line it up. this side. Here. And here. Okay. Here we go there. Now, what's next? Check out what is next. Okay, so we've got, oh yeah, the Wicked Witch pages. Just have to glue those on. No big deal. I'm right at the end of my glue stick, so that's going to be tricky. Sorry, I'm going to just have to grab another one here. I happen to have one fairly easy to grab there. Okay. Yes, I have gone through the glue sticks on this project. But, you know, that's what they're there for me to use them. So, just might have to restock quicker than I thought. Okay. Okay, little witchy poo. What was that from? H.R. Huff and Puff. Do you remember that cartoon when our kids? I don't think it was when I was little. Well, maybe it was. Maybe it was because there was an actor, Jack Wilde, that was in that. And I remember him from Tiger Beat magazine. So, I guess it was during my time, not my kids. My kids were big Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers fans. They loved it every day. Watched it every day. But I think that's how they learned to count and learned their ABCs and learned to be kind. So that was a good thing. Okay. Looks pretty straight to me. All right, good. Got those two. Now, over here, what are we doing? Oop. Okay, another one just straight on. We can do that. I took a little time yesterday and did a little sorting of my fabric. You know, as I've been using it, making journal covers and such, it's just gotten into disarray. So I did a little bit. I really have more to do. What I need to do is go through it. And if there's stuff that I don't think I'm going to use, I need to share it with my quilt maker friends. Okay, so looks to be that this one is just ready to go on there. We need to cut that down. Okay, let's grab an unsticky one if there is such a thing, and we'll glue that down. Okay, got that. All right, so now we just need to glue this guy down. I think we're getting there, you guys. I really do. Okay, I kind of want to center that and go more towards the edge. Okay, there we go there. Now this one is going to go here. So we need to cut it right about there. Never going to see that line, I don't think, but see, I told you I wasn't going to be able to see it. There it is. I got it in my sights now. Okay, and I don't see any reason to get rid of that white really, but I suppose I should, just because it'll make me feel better. It's not going to show, but you know, why have that little bit of extra taking up room? I think I can go on this side. Okay. Once again, got her all gluey. Okay, so a little distress around the edges. I'm a little nervous that this is going to still be a bit thick, but we'll just put in whatever we can put in, I guess. Okay, glue that here and here. We could have put a thumb hole in that, but I don't think it's necessary. I think you can tell that it's a pocket. So I'm just pulling it tight so it doesn't bunch up at the spine. Okay, there we go there. Now, I'd like it a little flatter, but it's just not going to be. Look, we're done. We're done. On to the next bit that I want to do after we give those a little bit of personality here. Oodles of writing space in this guy. Alrighty then. Oz, I think we've about got it. Okay, so yeah, it's still pretty thick. It's going to be an alligator mouth. But, you know, so be it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to clean up all my glue pages. And we're going to start to decorate. But the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to count how many full page pockets I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 of them. Okay, So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab a whole hunk of cardstock and I'm going to measure one of those pockets just to see. I think if we go 5.5 by 8. So perfect. 5.5 by 8. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these in half because these are 11, right? And then that'll be the right width. And then we'll have to cut a little off the bottom. So I'm going to need 5 pieces because there are 9 pockets. Okay, so that can go back over here. And we're going to cut these all in half. And I just want to make sure. Yep, they're at 11. So I think we should be good. Going 5.5 on all of them. 5.5. Oops. 5.5. 5.5. And 5.5. And 5.5. And one of these can go behind me for future use of whatever. Okay, put that there. Gosh, I need to clean up that pile behind me. That's scary. Okay, so now we need them to be about 8. So basically we're going to take off a 1/2 inch. I'm going to take 3/4 of an inch just to be sure. Okay. And we'll just do that on all of these. 3/4 of an inch. Got some good stamping strips there. Why am I always thinking about what the scrap could be? I don't know. I just always do. Do you think I can do 2 at a time? Let's try. Yep. I have a rather new blade, so. Okay, and okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that they fit. So that first one was right here. Perfect. Okay. And the sideways one, also perfect. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, now I think what I'm going to do is take them all and give them a corner punch. Do you think I can do 2 at once? Yep. That. I forgot. I was going to grab my wrist brace. This wrist has been bugging me today. I think I just, you know, overuse. I'm in wanted to grab that upstairs. It's with my my fuddy cousin stuff. My fussy cutting. Of course, when I go like that to cut something, that's probably not good, is it? Okay, and then this. Okay. So then what I want to do is make whale tail for it. Let's see if we can find. It would have been nice to put that out ahead of time. Ouch. I'm not sure my setup for my punches is the best as I pinch my finger. Okay, so let's find some scraps that would feel like that one would be good. This one. Let's see, what else do we have here? A lot of, there's other green, you know, maybe we use some of these if they'll fit. Okay, so I'm gonna need 9. Is that gonna? It'll fit, but it's boring. So let's just see what we can do here. Get a couple out of this. And then we're using up scraps too. Bonus. Let's use this red if it's going to fit. Oh, it won't fit that way, but it should fit this way. Couple there. Okay. And these can make pockets. So I don't think I'm going to use those. I've got a funky piece of this that might be good. Okay, and can I do one this way? Yes. Sideways, but doesn't matter. Okay, what do we have? 4, got 7. And we can do a couple of these. Okay, so that should do that. And let's put our scraps back for whatever we might need them for later. Okay, I do think I want all of these to be distressed a little. Doesn't show a whole lot on the red, but just enough. Okay, and this one. So next 2 days, I'm excited. I have lunch with friends the next 2 days, so that'll be good. Tomorrow's my high school buddies. And Friday is my friend Kelly that took over my job when I retired almost 10 years ago. Jeez, it's crazy. About a year out. I'm about a year out from it being 10 years. But that is sort of insane. Okay, so those are all done. So now we're going to go through and we're going to put them in pockets, but we're going to, you know, make sure that the whatever we use kind of goes with. Do we like that? Because it kind of picks up the ruby slippers. I think maybe. Let's see if we have. Let's use you. Okay. So this one needs to be top. And I'm just going to go in the middle as much as my eyeballs will let me. And that one's going to go in there. Like so. Okay, and then we have sideways. Kind of like this one for, I'm not sure why. It's just speaking to me for this one. And it's going to go over here on the side. Goodness. My sticky hands are getting to be an issue. Okay, there we go. There. Okay. And then we have another side. So let's use one of these. How about this one? And then we can have it right side up, kind of. There's the ticket. Just like that. Okay. That one. Okay, now we have one up top again. So we're not going to want to use the red. I think I'll use this. That one. Okay, now we have one up above, so let's use this. Okay. That one, and then on the side, let's use, I don't want to use, well, I could use this one. Yeah, I think I'll use that. Just looking at what goes best with the page, but also don't want to use the same ones right after one another either. So that there, be down a little bit. Okay, and go. I need to wipe off my hands. They're so sticky I can't do anything. Okay, there's that one. Can you see all the writing in this? Oh my gosh, there's going to be so much writing space. Okay. And up above. So what have we used up there? We've used them all. We haven't used this one. So let's use this one. Okay. Okay, there's that one. And then we have a side, and we haven't used a red one yet on the side, so let's do that. Can't tell which is, I don't think I'll use that side. And sideways. Okay. There's that one. Why won't you go in straight? There you go. There you go. Uh-oh. I was afraid of that. Miscounted. That's all right. We've got one more here. Let's use this one. And then that's why we kept that other piece that's behind me. Did not trust myself to get an accurate count. Ooh, that's pretty. Let's go right here. Okay. That goes there. And for the last one, what would we like? That is the last one. Please tell me that's the last one. Yep. Okay. So, good thing we had this. Where's my corner punch? Okay, and we could... I think I could use another one of these. You know, it's hard to resist since it's just the right size to go in, if it will. There we go. Well, there it is. Punch it quick. Punch it quick before it moves. Okay, so this one is side also. Okay. Okay. There's that one. Uh-oh. Huh. I don't know why, but that one needs to be trimmed a bit. I'm going to trim a little off each side since we've already put the, let's go this way and let's go just 1/4 of an inch. And here, 1/4 of an inch. Oops. Okay, and then I'll corner punch it. Okay. Disaster averted. There we go. All right. So we have all of our big pockets filled, which is so fun. Get them in there straight. Okay. And then all the side ones. Okay. What time is it? Okay, we're doing okay. So now we can think about things in pockets, can't we? Now I do have these. These are, it's a card game. I guess it's big old cards, but they're Wizard of Oz. So I want to see where possibly we could put one of them, you know, like, oh, look, they're all the characters. Okay, so I would like to do all of those. Is that the, yeah, there's only that one. The rest of them are regular cards. So, yeah, I would like to use those. I'm debating putting something on the back, but I think I'm going to leave them as they are. So we could put the witch in there. Maybe. I don't know. Toto. I like that one in there. Okay. And we have this sideways one. I don't want them that close together, I don't think. So that's like 3 pages in. What do we have in the back? Like 3 pages in. We have those. Could we put him and him in those? Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's go about right there. Nope, that's a 2. Oh, this one. Let's put the witch there. I want her to kind of show, but okay. And so then, how about something right around here? Put Dorothy in there. Okay, so good. I wanted to use those for sure. Now we could alter some, but I also have things in here that I want to use. Not a lot of like tags and stuff. So that's an envelope, I think. Okay, I'm gonna pull out the pockets, because those we won't be using probably. Lovely 88 Studio. There's a lot of little bits, and I kind of need some bigger bits. Look at these. Did I show you these? I found some little ruby slippers on Etsy. So I think I might put them off of a tab, right? That'd be cute. Okay, so remember you have those, Gail. Here's some journal cards. Good. Here's Dorothy. That's super cute. Here's a bookmark. And then more pockets. Here's some journal cards. That's a journal card. These are interesting. Is this supposed to be like a 3-tiered pocket, maybe? And then these pockets. I'll be decorating some pages, so that'll come in handy. That's a pocket. Envelope. Envelope. Side pocket. Okay. Those kind of sorted. Because what I was thinking of is the, like the ones that have, like this. You know, maybe a journal card for those. I wish I had more this size, but I could put that in there. Could put this in here. Certificate of Death, the Witch of the East. That's funny. Oh, that needs a little more glue. And then what if we put her right there? That's kind of fun. And actually, we could put her kind of there, or nope, she wouldn't be as good there. Oh no, should we put her there? I could just nip off the corners with this. Then she'd be good. Yeah, why not? I know exactly what I'm going to put in there too. Okay, let's glue that in. Okay. We're going to put that right about there. Perfect. Okay. And for in there, I've got 2 leftover pages. I think I'll use this one. And I'm just going to do it in half. Like so. And then let's distress like down the middle here. And around the edge. On the back, and the whole back can be written on. I will say this little Wizard of Oz journal is making me happy. It's just so fun. Okay, let's just stick that right in there. And I would like to do all of these. Okay, that one goes in there. That's perfect because the dragon is right side up there. Okay, and that's going to go there. Dorothy, we're going to give you a little on your hair. Other than that, I think you're good. And this is good on the front, but let's give it a little something on the back. So just that page alone, there's at least 4 writing spots if you didn't want to write on the back of Dorothy. Okay, let me fix that right there. That's bothering me. It's just not quite, didn't quite grab. Okay, how are we doing time-wise? I think we're pretty good. Let's take a moment and look at what we've done. So first we did all the rest of the pages. So we got that page. Was that the first one? Yep, that one. This one. And filled. This one. This one. Yeah. And then as far as decorating, we got all of the top and side pockets done. We got our little cards in, which I for sure wanted to use. And then, so yeah, so we got those in. And then we did this page. I don't think it bothers me that that is empty, but I'm kind of thinking, what about a flower? Okay, we might not be quite done. I don't know if I have one in here but I bet you I do upstairs. And, you know, a poppy would be kind of good, wouldn't it? No. Lots of poppies here. Yes, I think so. I think we're going to do that. Okay, never mind. We're not quite done for today. This will be the last thing we do, though. This will be it. I need to cut out a little bit, and I think I want a piece of tape across there just to kind of have something to sit on. So we'll do that. Oops, that was 2 of them. Oh well. Have another little piece cut for something else down the line. Okay, I'm going to just put that there. Then we're going to... I didn't want to cut this out when I originally fussy cut it because I didn't want to lose it. But okay. Well, that's kind of happy. We have a nice flower to put there. Okay, glue page. Scissors out of the way. These are always kind of tricky because their little stems are fragile, but get it? Okay. Let's put this right about there. Okay. And then this little guy can go next to it. Yay! I love that. Okay, now we can call it a video. Thanks everybody for being here. I hope you have a grateful day. Be kind always, and we will see you in the next video. Bye everyone.